Hey, there's a streamer that I watch, and she's really, really good. So she was saying to not disregard all of Stitch's abilities like Gorge, for example, because they do have use. And yeah, they do have use somewhere. But with my upcoming guy, Mr. Candy King over here, there isn't anything bad, like at all. Actually, Here's of the Storm, featuring Muradin, the Mountain King.
Well, I was never dead, alright? I was just resting me eyes.
Let me just get this out of the way really quick. I love this guy. Not for the fact that he's very meta, but for the fact that he can absolutely destroy you and make you want to smash your keyboard and throw it out the window. This man is a high mobility, high damage, and high tankiness, and just pain in the back altogether. And the last video did pretty well considering it's a Here's the Storm video and I've never done that before, so I thought to myself, hey, why not teach you how to play Muradin now? Your passive ability is Second Wind. Basically, when you're out of combat for 4 seconds, you gain 52 health a second, or when you're under 40%, you gain 102 health a second. Now, considering the fact that Muradin is already a warrior, which is basically the tank role, it's pretty big that he also can heal himself at a lot of health, and basically it makes your life so much simpler, and it makes the enemy's life trying to kill you so much harder because you could just walk away from combat and get healed. Not to mention that at level 1 alone, you can actually make it higher and basically make you much more tankier and make everyone's lives trying to kill you so much harder. It's also great for taking down mercenary camps because you could take down 1 or 2, walk away, get full health again, and then go back easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and basically that's how you win. Your Q is Stormbolt. You throw your hammer, and it deals 110 damage to the first enemy hit, and they're hit for 1.5 seconds. Really easy. At level 1, you can get the mana cost reduced by 25%, not that big. At level 4, you can get 400 more damage to non-heroic units, such as minions or towers, and destroys 4 ammo from any structure. And at level 7, you can get it to Pierce, basically going through a unit and hitting another. But obviously the biggest one by far is the level 4 400% more damage to non-heroes, and removes structure ammo, and basically makes their life so much harder to try to defend when you're constantly getting rid of all their ammo that's using to protect them. Next up, we got Thunderclap. You basically hit an area, it deals 96 damage and slows enemies' movement and attack speed by 25% for 2 seconds if they're caught in that area. Now, this ability is not that good when you first get it. It's pretty bad. However, with talents, it becomes quite good. Now, he has a good bunch of talents for Z's, but I'm just going to go over the highlights. At level 4, you can make it so that it hits twice, making it really good against, like, merc camps. And at level 13, you can make it so that 5% of all damage done to heroes comes back to you as health, further increasing his tankiness ability and making it so much more harder to kill. And it just makes your life so much harder. Your E is Dwarf Toss. You leap to a targeted location, deal 59 damage to enemies upon landing, and upon leaping, you gain 25 armor for 2 seconds, reducing damage taken by 25%. At level 7, you can make it so that your speed increases by 50% for 5 seconds after using it, and at level 16, you can increase the range and impact radius of the Dwarf Toss by 50%. Now, it's pretty obvious that this was built as an escape plan mechanism, but it also works as a dive mechanism, and paired with some of the other abilities, it really can wreak havoc on a singular person. Your 2 R's are Avatar and Haymaker. Avatar and where you transform for 20 seconds, gaining over 1,000 health, and Haymaker where you stun an enemy hero, and then punch them for 319 damage, and knocking them back, hitting any hero for 319 damage along the way, and knocking them aside. Let's start with Avatar. It's essentially the go-to pick because it increases your survivability by a ton, and if you have a good healer, you can basically wreak havoc in team fights or ganks or basically any situation without thinking about it too much. This gets even better. At level 20, you can increase the duration by 30%, and the duration of stuns, roots, and slows are reduced by 75% while in Avatar, further causing the whole chaos and basically making you so much harder to kill if you weren't already hard to kill. And then you got Haymaker, which essentially, it's considered not as good as Avatar. However, it is great for taking out high-profile targets or people who are harassing you and you just want them to get rid of. Because this ability works mostly for one person, and how far it launches them back, they're not going to be able to get in the fight for much longer. It's a mostly offensive thing, but because of the fact that you are pretty vulnerable without your avatar, it's not preferred. However, at level 20 you can increase the damage by 25%, lower the mana cost by 40, and can store 2 charges. So depending on your build of Muradin, this can actually be much more useful than Avatar depending on how you want to play him. Yes, but how do I play Muradin?